Hey guys, this is Irie StarCraft, and I'm going to be broadcasting one more game tonight before I get back to my cramming for my test. And this is going to be another 2v2 match. This is from the Legends pack that he sent me, and this time it is going to be iGware, the Red Zerg, who is actually he's a member of a really highly ranked team. I think it's like 10th in the world, but I can't remember his partner. And I should have written that down, but anyway, he's actually going to be playing with Legend this time. I think that they were randomly matched up. I think most of these games with Legend involve random teammates because he usually plays 2v2 random. But he is going to be the blue Zerg, so it's going to be a double Zerg on Legend's side, and he's going to be going against Katari, the teal Protoss, and SouP, the purple Terran. And I did not find Katari or SouP on the rankings for 2v2, so I assume they're top-notch players to even be matched up against the Legends team. But we will see as this game gets underway. So one thing I wanted to bring up as we're getting going here, nobody mentioned anything about, I remember a vid a while back I was talking about, I was a little bit loaded, and I was talking about the epic music that comes out of Battle.net if you leave yourself AFK for like, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, the music that starts coming out, I swear to God, it changes and it gets just crazy cool. And nobody commented on that, so I'm wondering if anyone has ever, or even knows what I'm talking about, so post something if you do know what I'm talking about, because I just want to know that it's not just me, that it really is some sweet music. So, actually, Katari is going to be sending his probe. I was just checking for some early hatcheries, some fast expands. It looks like they're real quick. And I'm going to come back into Legends base and start annoying him. We'll see if he tries to bring a drone off. Not even going to bother doing that at this point. And actually now iGware is going to be sending a scouting drone out because those overlords taking so long to get there. As you notice the way they're sending their overlords, you see iGware sending his to this edge of the base. This is Tarsonis Assault, by the way, and it has this pretty much a straight path between the bases here. This Marine's actually going to ward off the scouting probe, so they will not know exactly what's going on. Although SouP is throwing up a bunker, an early bunker at the front, knowing that he's going against two Zerg players, and Katari going to be putting his cybernetics core, creating a choke point here at his front. So both players worried about the potential of a mass Zerglings, as they should be. It looks like a building here got cancelled from Legend that I missed, or was that, or did this probe do something to annoy that building, or maybe Legend not wanting to reveal his tech to that probe. I'm not exactly sure because I didn't see in the production tab. Actually, it probably was either he went for a Baneling's Nest and then switched to Roach Warren, or he just decided to move it, thinking he could hide that tech from Katari, but Katari did see that as he ran his probe right through the mineral line there. So it looks like, yeah, Legend is going to be going for some roaches, and actually iGware already has 3 roaches on the way out, so a lot of roaches are going to be coming out here soon. So I expect to see a mass roach push, as now 8 roaches are coming out for iGware, so a lot of early roaches, and that's going to be a very strong play against this wall, and because of that added range now of those roaches with 4 range. And I've heard people saying that their range isn't 4, but yes, I'm just trying to double check there. I heard people saying 5 and whatnot. No, the roaches now have a range of 4. They do attack very slowly, but they do a lot of damage with those attacks. So what you can do actually is you can put a bunch of roaches down here. If you get one or you get a couple up to scout this, you can put some roaches on the low ground, out of range of where these Marines can reach, and take out. In this case, it would be a tech lab, but it looks like these roaches from iGware are going to go right after Katari's base, and he does have 2 sentries to put a force field down, but these roaches are still going to be able to do a lot of damage. They're going to probably start hacking away at this pylon here, yes, to try and open this area up, and with so many more roaches coming in, this is going to be brutal. There are 3 sentries out here to try and hold this up. So is he going to be able to hold this off in time to be able to do any sort of to be able to repel this attack? As we see 2 cannons are going down in the front, so if he can hold this off, we see these cannons are going to be up, so this is going to be very interesting. These roaches, there probably is enough roaches to push this, but is it going to be worth it with these 2 cannons now finished? And we need to see some more force fields. We see 1 more right there, but now the roaches are making their way in, and they're focusing down that 1 cannon. Gonna probably try and focus down this other cannon, but maybe they shouldn't, because now all the probes from Katari are coming off to try and protect the cannon, but the cannon goes down. And now the probes and sentries have to pull back. And can his partner do anything to help him? SouP, what is SouP going to do? He's going to salvage his bunker and send his units out to help because he has to at this point. Because the roaches now from Legend have forced Katari's probes to start running around the base, going to try and get away. And this is a lot of trouble. Look at all the probes and the sentries are going to try and assist these Marines right here, try and soak up the damage where they can, but so many more roaches are coming in. And this is huge trouble right now for Katari. He does still have his Nexus. There's one roach sitting in there doing damage, but now with a couple of siege tanks up, this is going to be a much more difficult base to break, and iGware is going to call back. Legend will follow suit. And it looks like them realizing those siege tanks are going to be a serious pain in the ass, are going to come down here and start finishing off Katari's base to try and turn this into a 2v1. We see SouP getting a whole lot of tech here. He's getting a stim pack and concussive shells, so he's going with marauders and tanks right now, which is a very, very strong strategy against the mass roach. And he is also getting a starport down, so that's going to also be trouble for these roaches to deal with as those are just pecking away right there. The lair is out for Legend, so he could make a tech switch if he finds out about this starport going on, because they are going to need something to probably going to see some banshees coming out of that starport. And so they're going to need something to deal with that. iGware is just now getting his lair tech because he spent so many of his early minerals on those roaches. As you see now, the roaches are just finishing off these assimilators, completely clearing out this base and turning this into a 2v1. I'm not sure why these overlords are way down here in the corner for Legend. Maybe he doesn't need them in here now because this base is completely empty after these roaches have finished with it. So probably most likely we're going to have to, because SouP is going to have to turtle up in his base at least for the time being. Maybe when he gets out some air support, he will try and make a push, because it is a 1-on-2 and he cannot afford to just sit here and turtle. Because basically Legend and iGware have complete map control right now. Actually, he proves me wrong, SouP does, and he gets out a medevac and loads up the marauders. So we are going to see a drop definitely going on somewhere up here. And there are actually 5 tanks now out for SouP, and he's going to try and secure this low area expansion. As you see him lifting off his command center down there. I don't want to forget about this dropship. I see it there in the minimap. It doesn't look like it was scouted because look at the placement of these overlords. iGware putting his overlords way in each of these corners here. If he had maybe had one of them to cover some more area, he would have seen this drop coming. But here it comes, and this drop's going to come right down behind the mineral line. Going to quickly take out this queen. There goes the stim. And now is he going to go after the drones or try and take the hatchery? Probably should be going the drones, because with that recent buff on the lair life, 2,000 life, I don't know if he would have time. Instead, he's going to take out the spawning pool. The Zerglings, though, with no type of utilizing this choke here by these marauders, the Zerglings are going to be able to run in and surround them, but not before they kill the spawning pool and quickly lift off. So nicely done there by SouP, trying to do anything he can to keep himself in this game. All of iGware's roaches coming back, and that's a little bit too late, because SouP is going to drop off his marauders and try and do as much damage as he can before picking them back up and running away. So we do now see the Spire, though, for iGware is nearing completion, so those dropships are going to be much more difficult to use in the very near future. And this medevac's just going to drop those marauders off, use up all its energy trying to heal them. SouP is going to continue to try and harass with that. I want to double check down here what's going on. He has done a great job of setting up his expansion while utilizing this harass up here with the dropship. Just going to annoy the crap out of iGware basically. But now there are 5 Mutalisks on the way, so this is going to get cleaned up very soon here. As you see, these Mutalisks are just now finishing. Legend he's just going to bring all his units over here in case he tries to drop on this fresh new expansion by iGware. And this medevac is just trying desperately to find something to do. Going to drop those marauders off now, but the Mutalisks are out. Actually, the Mutalisks not even going to bother with this dropship, and they're going to go right on down into SouP's base. So we'll see what kind of damage those can do, because SouP has really been focusing on that drop play. But the Mutalisks getting caught out of position. iGware not realizing that he was right next to a whole bunch of Marines, and he lost 3 of those mutas very needlessly. So So he's going to have to bring those back up, and you see he has 3 more Mutilas. Going to intercept this dropship, and this dropship is going to go down. So he is going to drop off those Marauders because they are just going to die anyway, and he's going to stim and try and run them away, but these Mutilas should be able to catch up to them. Maybe this one Marauder with 4 hit points is going to get away, but not much consolation there for SouP, because though he did delay iGware a little bit, just enough actually to have Katari. He probably gave some minerals there to Katari so he could try and set up a base down here. So this game is definitely not over, but I fear it's going to be over very soon, because look at Legend has a ton of Zerglings and a whole bunch of Roaches, and a bunch of those Zerglings are going to be making that traditional switch into Banelings that Legend likes to use. And now with the Mutas supporting as well. Where are those Mutas? Did I lose sight of those somewhere? I'm not sure, but here we go with the mass ground force of Zerglings, Banelings, Roaches. It's coming on right now, and they're gonna easily take out this front though. But some nice force fields from Katari to try and do as much as he can to ward off this attack, but actually not able to get a complete line across there. There's way too much space for him to try and cover. So the Roaches actually just squeezed right through those force fields and right into the expansion of SouP. These Mutilas are not doing a whole lot because of the missile turret placement, but that does not matter because there are so many Roaches on the field for Legend and iGware. So Katari is going to lead the game, and I assume SouP, as you see, is going to be doing the same thing. Even though he had that Thor out, he knew that there was nothing he could do. It turned into a 2v1 because of the great early Roach push from Legend and from iGware. So another good game. Thank you for sending me these games, Legend. It's been a pleasure to cast, and I will be doing some more soon for you guys. But for now, back to studying. And thank you guys for watching. This is Irie StarCraft, and peace out.